Galaxy S23 versus Google Pixel 7. Samsung and Google are both gunning to have the best Android phone and to earn your hard-earned cash, though the latter might have the upper hand in terms of pricing if Samsung stays true to its pattern from the last couple of years. The Galaxy S23 will kick off Android flagships for 2023, while the Pixel 7 will be one of the de facto Android handsets to consider until its successor arrives late in the year. Here is what to expect from the Galaxy S23 versus Pixel 7 face-off. Galaxy S23 versus Google Pixel 7, price and availability. Obviously, we don't know about the Galaxy S23's pricing, nor the Galaxy S23 Plus for that matter. But we have historical data to go off of, leaving us with the impression that Samsung will keep the same prices as last year. That would mean the Galaxy S23 could start at $799 and Galaxy S23 Plus at $999. If true, the Pixel 7 would undercut Samsung's latest since it clocks in at a mere $599. For that price, you get the versatile Tensor G2 processor, a powerful dual-camera system and a 90Hz 1080p display. It's won the best deals in smartphones. Galaxy S23 versus Google Pixel 7, design and display. As for displays, we expect the Galaxy S23 to remain at 6.1 inches with a FHD Plus resolution. The Galaxy S22 could ramp up its refresh rate to 120 Hz, but clock down to just 48 MHz. Other competing phones go down to 10 Hz, or even 1 Hz, like the OnePlus 10 Pro or Galaxy S22 Ultra. The Galaxy S22 had a super bright display, measuring 1152 nits in our testing. You should anticipate the Galaxy S23 to at least match that, if not exceed it. The Pixel 7 sports a great 6.3-inch OLED display with a FHD Plus resolution and 90 Hz adaptive refresh rate. While lacking the punchy colors and insane brightness of the Galaxy S22, it is more than visible in daylight with a max brightness of 926 testing. We won't be surprised if the Galaxy S23's display mops the floor with the Pixel 7, but that's because Samsung has the best panels in the Android market. Samsung Galaxy S23 versus Google Pixel 7 cameras. Samsung will likely keep the triple camera setup that it had for a while now. The rumors say we will see a 12MP main sensor along with a 12MP ultra-wide shooter and a 10MP telephoto lens. Another rumor says 11MP. As for zoom, the Galaxy S22 had a 3x optical capacity, so it's likely the Galaxy S23 will keep that. The latest rumors also say the Galaxy S23 and Galaxy S23 will get a new 12MP front-facing camera, which would be an upgrade over the previous 10MP sensors. The Pixel 7 uses its 50MP main and 12MP ultra-wide sensors to incredible effect. This phone takes amazing pictures in most scenarios, giving the iPhone 14 a major run for its money. Google reserved the telephoto lens for the Pixel 7 Pro, but the Pixel 7 enjoys all of the other computational photography tricks of its bigger brother. Samsung Galaxy S23 versus Google Pixel 7, performance and battery life. When it comes to performance, we expect the Galaxy S23 to come equipped with more horsepower than the Pixel 7. That's because the Pixel's Tensor G2 chipset falls behind the Galaxy S22 and its Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 in synthetic benchmarks. With the Galaxy S23 all but guaranteed to get the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, Google is likely to fall further behind in performance. For instance, In Geekbench 5, the Pixel 7 turned in 1054/3021 in single-core and multi-core, respectively. The Galaxy S22 scored 1204 and 3248. Not a huge gap, but it's likely to widen with the new Qualcomm chip. But raw numbers don't tell the whole story, since the Pixel 7's smarts far exceed what the Galaxy S22 can do. It's possible that Samsung will catch up with the Galaxy S23, but we're skeptical. The Pixel 7 did not wow us with its battery life. In our custom test, where we task a phone to endlessly reload web pages over a cellular connection, it returned a result of 7 hours and 17 minutes in its adaptive refresh rate mode. Not that the Galaxy S22 was much better at 7 hours and 51 minutes. We like to see at least 10 hours in this test, so Samsung has a lot of room for improvement with the Galaxy S23. Rumors suggest the battery might get a boost to 3885 mAh for the regular Galaxy S23 and 4700 mAh for the Galaxy S23 Plus. If true, that ought to improve longevity. Samsung Galaxy S23 versus Google Pixel 7 software. Another large differentiator between the Galaxy S23 and Pixel 7 will be software. Samsung's One UI is a feature-packed rendition of Android, and the phone maker has vastly improved its software design and update schedule in recent years. One UI 5, based Android 13, is solid, which is what the Galaxy S23 will run out of the box. The Pixel 7 runs Google's vision of Android 13, complete with the Material You theming engine. It's relatively stripped back compared to One UI, but don't let that fool you. Google has packed in a lot of useful things like the whole call suite, including the ever-useful call screen, which screens your calls, the photography stuff we mentioned earlier, and the now playing music identifier. Samsung Galaxy S23 versus Google Pixel 7 outlook. The Galaxy S23 versus Pixel 7 face-off will be an interesting one. We should only have a couple more months to wait to see what Samsung has built, then we can pit the Galaxy S23 against Google's $599 flagship. The victory will ultimately depend on how each phone does in our camera and battery life tests. Google has quite a lead heading into this showdown, but Samsung could have a few tricks up its sleeve.